guys, welcome back to the channel. Today we are on another rick job, and like a typical rick job, it's, you know, one of these oddball projects where you find yourself riding around on a trailer that a skid steer is dragging around through the woods while you make your intro. That's how we do it out here. I am totally drenched and off because we are in the woods, and mosquitoes this year in Michigan have been god awful, and we're like playing in the woods all day, like legit in the woods. So here's what we've got. We have a trailer full of attachments here, and we're going to basically carve out an area in the woods for these guys to build a barn, and then we're going to go up by the house and carve out an area for them to use as a driveway. They're going to totally redo the driveway and expand it. So that's what we're working on today. I will flash to some drone footage and highlight the areas we're going to remove. But basically this little trail we're on right now is where the barn is going to go. We are catting all of our attachments and everything back to drop them back in the woods where we can reach them quickly with the skid steer, and they'll be out of the way off of the customer's main driveway. So once we get up here just a hair further, actually we're getting right about there. So this whole section of woods right here is going to get pulled out. You can see our little orange ribbon coming up here, right over here. This is the technical entrance to the barn, but we're actually taking out the majority of this brush all through here so that we can build the little pad, which you can just sneak a glimpse at through the trees there. And so these trees also will be coming out. We'll bring the tree shear down for these and shear them off and then grind the stumps out. So this is the area we're doing for the barn. And then the other area for the house pad, or not for the house pad, but for the driveway, is actually up by the main house. I'm sorry, but you're gonna have to watch the drone footage on that because I am not walking my ass all the way back over there. It is quite a walk. So the plan is I'm gonna be in the skid running the FECON mulcher, which this is actually, believe it or not guys, we've been doing this for over a year, and this is my first time getting to run the FECON head. So there will be a learning curve, just fair warning, bear with me while I figure that thing out. But I'm gonna be running the FECON head and the tree shear. Rick's gonna be running around with the chainsaw, doing some tidy up work. And the goal is to have this done. Today's Wednesday, so between Wednesday and tomorrow, we should be done, hopefully in 2 days. If it bleeds over a little bit into Friday, so be it, but we're trying to get out of here and be done by Thursday. So that's where we're at. So we're gonna drop this trailer, I'm gonna get in the machine, throw the FECON head on, and we'll go from there. We'll catch you guys in the machine. All right, everybody, we're gonna fire this baby up for the first time here. This machine, every once in a while, when you lean up out of the seat, it doesn't like it when you sit back down. Okay, so let's see if we got float on here. So, quick tip, fresh from Rick, when running the FECON head, if you put the machine in float, it will allow the FECON head to raise up a little bit if you hit like a big rock or a big stump or something. Otherwise it tweaks the arms pretty good. And so we're running the machine in float. We've actually hardwired a switch. I say we, Rick has hardwired a switch underneath here to keep float on so I don't have to hold the button down. Alright, see ya. Alright, sorry about that. That is my new editor. He's going to come out and actually do some filming today. Alright guys, I think we're ready to fire this thing up for the first time. For me, anyway. Let's see here, windshield wiper. Okay, here we go everybody. we'll throw on the tree shear and pull down the rest of the small trees that aren't really worth cutting with the chainsaw. Once those are all cleaned up, we'll throw the FECON head on again and go back to mulching. When I throw the mulcher back on, we'll get the drone up in the air and get you guys some triple cam action, because I know everybody likes the triple cam. I like the triple cam. On that note, I don't really care what you guys think. Oh, I'm not recording audio on my audio recorder. That's lame. There we go. Okay. There she goes. There she goes. Boom. Yep, I'm aware visibility is terrible. This is unfortunately one of the downsides to running a mulcher, especially in wet conditions. You get this, and it is terrible when the sun starts to glint. It's fantastic. All right, there we go. Gotcha. So I did not see that. motocross track, which is kind of cool, except that it's not fun at all to run over. It's kind of a pain in the ass, really, but it is what it is. On the FECON. And I'm a little more comfortable with it than I was this morning. Wouldn't say I'm to Rick's level, but I'm getting there. Rev her up and here we go. guys, I'm back in the woods. My car's out front, so you get the GoPro outro today. And the outro is happening at, what time is it even, Rick? Ooh, 2 o'clock. That stings a little bit. So we're quitting at 2 because we're having some issues. So this is not Rick's normal work truck. His normal work truck is in the shop getting serviced. That also has all of his tools in it. Yes, we had some spare tools, which you can see right here, which is not really conducive to busting free hydraulic fittings or tightening hydraulic fittings to the extent that we need to. So we were going to do some stump grinding. The problem is this head, it's really a design flaw. We've been talking about it. This head basically just free swings when it's not hooked up, which means it builds pressure on your fittings. And it's pressure to the point that even us shaking it and everything isn't going to relieve it. So we've got everything hooked up here except for our male connector, and it's because this surface right here has so much pressure behind it we can't break it free, and we don't have the tools to actually crack the fitting there or further up on the head. So that screws us for stump grinding. Now let's flip over to our FECON head, because Brian, why wouldn't you just go back to FECONing? Well, that's a good question, guys, and I'll show you why. Because we had an issue with this fitting, which is why we switched over to stump grinding to begin with. So you gotta be careful, this is hot. So anyway, right here where the fitting comes together is just loose enough that it's spurting hydraulic oil everywhere. And not a little bit, it's a decent amount that's really preventing us from running. So that knocks out that. So what could we do? We could do a little more tree shearing, but really there's only like, I don't know, 15 minutes worth of tree shearing that we could really do at this point. We could, that's really it. There's maybe a couple more trees that we could go chop. We've got maybe a half-hour worth of work that we could do before we're just at a standstill. So we're calling it. Tomorrow morning he'll have his truck with his tools. We'll crack the fitting, we'll tighten this fitting, and off to the races. And we were just talking about it with how fast we got done back here. I think we can wrap this area up, what, another 2 hours, Rick? Yeah, so 2 to 3 hours back here. We'll have this whole area wrapped up, and then we'll move to that other side. I still don't foresee any reason outside of a mechanical issue that we can't finish this tomorrow by end of day. So that's where we're at. Yeah, depressing, but it is what it is. So that being said, we'll catch you guys tomorrow. You guys have a good one.